Hi, I'm Laurel, and I made art.
This is the November 2008 Let's Make Art box. So every box comes with a cute postcard you can decorate and send to someone who could use a little brightness in their life, some paints, and 4 curated projects. Side note, I also bought the palette tray and brushes from their site, and these don't normally come in the box. Each project comes with a reference photo, an instruction sheet, line art if it's needed, and 2 pages of watercolor paper. I really like that they send 2 pages in case you make a mistake. Yay! I think the best part of these projects is you can follow along with the videos of each project. Even better, they have the instructions and templates for all the projects on the site, so even if you don't buy a kit, you can still do a project.
I really like that they have all these features online because it gives you the ability to make art without necessarily having to buy their kit. So it's like they just want you to go through the process of making art. So of course that made me want to buy from them because I didn't need to.
You can click on a project and then bam, there's the line art you can download. And bam, there's a tutorial video.
I think the best part about these videos is that the host is super friendly and the banter is super personable. And the instructions are really easy to follow along with, and they're really supportive along the way. And I'm gonna ramble for like 2 more seconds because I just think it's really great.
Okay, can we just talk about these paints for a second? I was really intrigued that they were liquid watercolor. I've never used that before. So the color is like really vibrant, but they are a pain in the butt in practice. You have to be super careful because they could spurt over everything. And we'll just flip that over and pretend it never happened. You also have to be really careful about where you put them on the palette. Over the course of the first painting, you can see them slowly blend together into a beautiful puddle of brown. You also need to put out way more than you would expect since it evaporates quickly. I think next time I'll use one of the palettes with the large reservoirs. I think it'll make the paint easier to use. The colors sure are pretty though. The first of these projects is called Autumn Lake, and it's a landscape that teaches blending colors with a lot of water. This whole piece is basically made by blending a lot of colors with water to make a landscape. And if you look at my palette here, you can see those colors blending on their own because I put them too close together. I made the mistake of putting that foreground island a little too far into the foreground, so I ended up having to fill it in with a whole lot of trees, but that's okay because I basically channeled my inner Bob Ross to make all of the trees, which were basically a whole lot of squiggles. And something I learned putting this video together is that all art tends to look impressive when you speed it up really fast. Sorry about the zoom in, my camera strap got in the way and I tried to crop it out, but I obviously failed at that. So how did I do? Not so bad minus the incredibly overgrown island. The second project is titled Rain Boots. This one came with some line art to trace for the boots, so I took it over to my trusty window and traced it. I'm known to have a quote-unquote heavy hand, so I had to lightly erase these lines before I could start painting it. One of the main skills that you learn with this project is to mix colors. I kept not mixing enough, so I had to go over the boots over and over again to try to make the color consistent. My first color was super blue, the next one was purple, then blue again, and then it looked yellowy, so I basically had to go over them a bunch of times. It was really cool adding the water to the edges at the end though to see them all blend and make it look shiny. I didn't expect to, but I actually had a lot of fun painting these flowers. Like first you would paint the shapes and then put some water on them and then move over to another flower. And when you look back at the previous one, it's like it bloomed or something. You know, like a flower. It blooms. And now for the big reveal. I'm super happy with this one too. I even like it better than the sample. Shh, don't tell anyone. Let's give thanks. This was obviously a Thanksgiving focused project. So this one features some hand lettering, which is completely in my wheelhouse. What kind of stinks is that the color provided in the kit wasn't the shade that they used in the instructions, but I'm a resourceful girl and I made do. I mean, it's kind of like I learned something from the previous project about mixing colors. And because I'm good at making messes, of course, I splattered yellow on this. Obviously, I have great luck with yellow. It's okay though, I'll just cut it off later and no one will know. I had a lot of fun with painting all these leaves and branches. I honestly thought this project was a little cheesy before I started, but I ended up loving making this one the most. Look how pretty it turned out. Okay, the lettering part kinda sucked at first. They suggested practicing on a separate piece of paper, but that just ended up not working well for me. So I just started drawing it out on the actual piece. I don't know, it's like I just needed to see it in context, which seems pretty obvious. I even got a little fancy and added some grading to the letters. I mean, wow, so fancy. Okay, so it kind of looks like Gib Tharks, but the wreath part sure is pretty. Like, that looks really good. Okay, so the final project in this box is this adorable little hedgehog. I think he's super cute. So when I painted this one, they didn't have the recorded video up for it yet, so I was kind of left to my own devices with just the instruction sheet. I didn't really enjoy painting this one as much as I thought I would, and I think it's really because I wasn't following along with the video. The video seems to make it really fun. Each of the 4 projects focus on teaching different watercolor skills. Even if I wasn't super excited about some of the projects, I learned a lot through the process, and I don't know a lot about watercolor, so that's pretty cool. I felt kind of lost working on this one, and I don't think it turned out as well as the other 3 that I did. I think I might go back and repaint this one sometime with the video just to see if it turns out any better.
So overall, how did I feel about the whole experience? Well, I had a lot of fun painting the kits, and I came out with some pretty cool stuff, and I learned a lot. But I don't think personally the subscription box model of it is perfect for me. I can just see these kits piling up in my house, not having the time to do them because I want to make all the things and not just paint. But if you want to get into painting, or you like painting, and you might not be confident enough to come up with stuff on your own, I think it would be a great thing to try, even just with one of their kits, or just trying it out online with some stuff you have around the house. And I'm pretty proud of my paintings. Not like put them in a frame on my wall proud, but still really proud nonetheless.
Well, thanks for watching my video. Obviously, like and subscribe because that's what I'm supposed to say. And hopefully I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye!